It is Monday, July 15th, 2019. The Bitcoin uptrend is intact, but I think more bear is incoming. Let's take a look at the price charts and our indicators on today's episode of the 24 Hours of Bitcoin. As usual, we'll stop here to take a look at the disclaimer, read through it because this isn't trading advice, just market commentary. And if you like this kind of market commentary and you want deeper analysis on all of the altcoins as they are taking off, be sure to check out the new Patreon link down below. Here we're looking at the weekly chart of Bitcoin with our RSI. And we're watching for this RSI to pick up a little bit or to drop off from here. And I'm anticipating that it's going to be dropping off. Let's zoom into the daily. It's breaking this key level at 48. It's a bottom all the way along here, and it's breaking a little bit below that on the daily. So for me, that's bearish, and we'll observe it over time now. I see a bearish divergence in the RSI here. We've got a little bit higher lows here and a little bit lower lows on the RSI. On the RSI, it's also broken this trend line that it needed to keep doing if it was going to continue going higher, and it's broken down below that. So on the 12-hour view, now if I go into the 4-hour view, you can see here that we have the exponential moving average crossover. Here, this is an exit signal for the general trading system that we are studying here. And then the re-entry signal on the cross of the 4-hour again. Now we've had the cross of the 4-hour, which is an exit signal, and I am watching for this to consolidate and make a bottom formation and turn around and go the other way. This is what we're watching for now. And I think that's going to be a bottom formation of a lifetime when that comes up. Let's continue zooming in on this indicator because I want to see what's going on the close time frame. When we start getting into the 1-hour time frame, I'm watching to see, is this losing power and bouncing and it fall down? I'm watching for a divergence here. Nothing's jumping out at me yet. As I go into this time frame, it's not diverging nicely. It really needed to keep going and break higher than this. It could stage now. We have two higher lows and higher lows here. So we just have to watch how this breaks further or goes up from here. It's kind of no man's land, but overall for me, it's down, down, down. We've got ways to go down. Let's go on to the on-balance volume, easing off on the right-hand side. Zooming into the daily view, it's gone to negative. This is the first time I'm seeing these charts. I just open them up and get them ready. And I do them live so that I'm gathering this data at the same time as you. Now we're seeing this dump here, less of a dump here, kind of bullish, but on that daily view to see that turn to a negative selling is important. Still lots of selling here. It's not giving me a divergence where we have lots of selling and less selling, not strong enough here. 4-hour time frame. So now we're in the 1-hour time frame. This is different where we have a bigger dip here in the on-balance volume and less selling here. So we got to watch for this selling. If it starts to be strong coming down to these levels and we see this on-balance volume break in the 2100, 2500 level, she's going down more, and that's just the moment of it. We'll be able to see it happening. So here though, this is different. On the 15-minute time frame, we've got a really strong dump here and then some actual buying going on. So right at the very front edge, there may be hope for the bulls. Let's go and check out the rest of the indicators. The weekly MACD indicator, you can see these histograms dropping down stage by stage, but they've got to level out now and go up. And that's what we're watching for, is when do they level out? I anticipate it may come back a little bit more. And I am putting together a special report on all of these movements here and all of our indicators and what they actually did. And we can put those together as a set against what's going on right now to anticipate where this might go. And for my own part, it wouldn't be unusual for it to come down. The uptrend is still intact so long as we stay above this exponential moving average on the daily time frame. So let's move into the daily time frame. We still have some room to go. Well, on the weekly time frame, as we were seeing here. So we've got lots of support below us. Now on the daily time frame, it's easing off. We see the histogram, the MACD is crossed negative. We were talking about this last few days. And the histogram is even more negative. So I just don't see this turning around. And picking up from here. I do see it coming down to the $7,800 level, which if we go back to this, the $7,800 level, $8,000 level is exactly where that exponential moving average is. And all the way on this uptrend, as the prices came down to touch that, this became our magic buy opportunity as it came back to touch that. So that's what we're watching for now. That's why we're studying this. Going to the 12-hour view. Exponential moving average is almost crossing over, giving us another exit. And I'm not yet seeing this histogram switch around the other direction. When we get into the 4-hour time frame, still negative all the way down here. It hasn't switched over to positive. So just I'm expecting further down, and then we'll continue to watch these indicators to see when we get those divergences at the bottom. But right now, they're just not jumping out. What are we at here? The 1-hour time frame, 15-minute time frame. So we got some crossovers that are a little bit bullish, but it's got to do a lot of work here and stage above these levels before it can get up and go anywhere. If I go back to the 4-hour time frame, we can see that the exponential moving average crossover here on the 4-hour time frame was an exit. We would have to wait for it to cross back over again for our re-enter. And this time it was quite a real big surge, and certainly that could happen again, and that's when our exponential moving average would cross over. But you can see here that it's overall, this is a pretty good filter for this kind of top formation. Let's go on to the Ichimoku Cloud, where I've got the projections here right down to the bottom of this cloud, which would be where our buy signal is going to set up. Let's zoom in further. Drag this over, so we're still in a positive thing. We don't have the conversion line and baseline crossing over negative yet on this setup. It's very close on the daily view. 12-hour time frame, it's already crossed to the negative. We've already got our sell signals here up at this little wee 1, 2, 3 top, and then at this 1, 2, 3 top. We were identifying that in our Discord group as it's happening. So if you want to get updates on Bitcoin prices and the charts as it's unfolding, be sure to join our Discord group. There's a link down below. 12-hour view, 4-hour view. There's our, when we're in a closer view for that sell signal there, but everything is gone bearish on this for sure. It would have to come up and touch these levels, and it would give us another sell signal actually if it did that. 1-hour time frame, down she's going. So it came up and touched these levels while everything was twisting negative, and it was a 1, 2, 3 top formation that it came back up to touch back up against. It was a good clear spot to be selling. 1-hour time frame. Let's zoom in. 15-minute time frame. I want to be able to scan this 6 months or a year from now and get an idea of what was going on in the markets this very minute. Especially the 2 videos that we did on July the 10th, just before this break, as it was happening. Did a video just before and a video just after to monitor what all of our indicators were doing as that happened. Really good video. Now let's finish off here. Bitcoin dominance is still going up, and this is a surprise to me. I was expecting Bitcoin dominance to be pulling back. Looks like we've lost the stream, and I see it twirling there, but I don't know. I'll have to redo it if I see that. I'm going to finish it up then by looking at these top formations that we are noticing right here in Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, and Stellar versus US dollar. And this is a chart that gave a clear top formation and a hard break on all of these at the same time. So I don't think that the momentum of the selling is finished yet. I think all of these are going to have to bottom and give us a turnaround before we're going to see that. And I want to look at this new chart now that I've picked up. And there are links to these charts down in the description below. Bitcoin versus US dollar on a shorter time frame. So we have 4-hour and the 5-minute view. Then we have Bitcoin longs and Bitcoin shorts. So as we're coming to this top formation, and I'm predicting lower prices, we're at the super low level of people in a short position, which would indicate that is the crowd always wrong, or am I wrong? One or the other here anyway. And I want to finish now with a look at our patron Bull Market Watch, we can see that we have 9 markets that are in alert status or hold status on Binance. But we also see that we've gone from 90 markets yesterday that were in near fail status to 63 that are in near fail status. We had 24 that were in fail, and now we've got 57 that were in fail this morning. So a whole bunch from near fail have dropped down to failing, to brand new lows, a new number 1 point in their 1, 2, 3 bottom formations. And this is going to be the first wave of coins that are taking off. Over on poloniex, we can see that we had from 18 to 29 markets into failing, and we only have 1 market now that is in an alert status. It's pretty bearish right now. And we can see the overall bearishness and bullishness here, where the bearishness, the red is taking over, the bullishness is laying flat. And we can see here graphically where the near fails went down and the fails went up as everything is crashing down to new lows. All of our neutrals have turned into near fails, and all of those near fails have turned into fails. So it's a new place to be watching for the bottoms, that's for sure. Anyway, I don't know if the stream is still going. There's a countdown going. I will sign off for here and check it out afterwards. Thanks again for tuning in, guys. I hope this is helpful to you. And there's a pet peeve of mine is guys. I'm assuming that you're all males. Anyway, cheers. Bye for now. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy my videos here on YouTube, you may also enjoy my newsletter. Begin by downloading the most important trading strategy we teach, and then once a week I send out an inspiring email about making your money work for you by micro-trading cryptocurrencies. You can sign up for that over at digitalcurrencytraders.com. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.